Shadow banning is absolutely real. I have been tasked by multiple companies.
Story time. For a while, I had the opposite of shadow banning on my Twitter account. Let's add some bold glamour for this one. Back in about 2008, 2009, I created an app that was meant to solve problems that some of the bigger influencers on Twitter were having and had asked for help in solving to help them follow anyone who followed them. Twitter was a brand new social network at the time. No one really understood who they should follow, who they shouldn't. So the etiquette was kind of just to follow anyone who followed you. And there were big influencers who wanted to be able to automate this because they were getting a lot of followers. So I built this app called social2.com. Doesn't exist anymore. Don't try and search for it. I think I still own the domain. But anyway, it was built to help out a man named Guy Kawasaki, who ended up becoming an advisor of the company, to auto-follow his followers. I also helped a man named Chris Perillo, who's on this app, a good friend of mine, and my own account as well. And built the app to be able to automatically follow anyone who follows you. Also built the very first app that allowed you to automatically direct message people who follow you, which at the time got abused, and I removed it, and I wish I patented it so that I could sue people that do try to use it. But the app kind of blew up. Ended up having users like the top user on Twitter at the time, Britney Spears, MC Hammer, PepsiCo, and others were all users of the app at the time. And I ended up having so many people using the app that I was overriding Twitter's rate limits for following over and over again, and I kept getting banned as I was doing it. And it was a cat and mouse game to get around their rate limits that they had built into their algorithm. And I was trying to solve a problem on Twitter, and in many ways I was also trying to get rid of spam that occurred because of these things, and I built some of those features in the app as well. So Twitter actually kind of liked me because I was helping as well as adding features to the ecosystem. As a result, I was able to convince Twitter to whitelist both my Social2 Twitter account and my own personal Twitter account so that I could easily get around these rate limits and be able to make API calls on behalf of the app for these very large users and such. And for years, those accounts were whitelisted, and I could do practically anything I wanted on those accounts. Twitter never removed them. I think they're removed now. So anyway, there's a case where the opposite of being shadow banned occurred, where I was actually able to do almost anything I wanted to on Twitter. Please don't ban me, Twitter.